if you're of the Christian belief system and you think that the devil is a thing, that there are dark energy forces existing out here, I I just did battle with the devil. The devil came after me. It was a full scale assault, spiritually and physically, and if you think this is all just, you know, me creating experiences for myself, well, it just confirms the thought that I have decided to go for a really big life. I want it. My soul is like, let's experience that full range. Let's just go for it. so, and so, this this past spring into summer has been one where I have been having these epic lows. Like I just went like full Thor end game, like when he falls apart and like and just can't seem to get himself out of it, downward spiral. And then, you know, when you have your foundation removed, you just have to go through this deeply thick and dark process of looking at that question, the why am I here question. And you end up having some dark and real conversations. And you either come out of it with renewed purpose or you just stay in it. you just stay there. And it was wild for me to be observing myself staying there and like missing the core of me, which is this person who has always just loved life no matter what, just loved life. And that was hard. It was really, really, really hard to feel like I was no longer in love with life and missing that sort of elemental spark that I've always had in my core, right? Like, and you can hear it, right? Like, that's who I am. And it's back. Thank God. Thank God it's back. But yeah, along the way, I got to reevaluate the I am. Who am I? What is my core? And, what do I believe? And, am I the type of person who karmically deserves the things that I've been going through? That's a really hard one, because it's easy to get stuck in the victim, piece of it. That's just sort of like, why me? Like, why? Like, why me? Why? What did I do? And you just end up yeah, you just end up coming back to, am I a soul having a human experience? And if so, why did I decide to have this intense heartbreak as part of my experience? I know that I can't take myself out of this game, because I just inherently know that it's like, means it just triggers a do-over. You just have to do it all over again, and like, no, thank you. No thanks. So yeah, it's brought up a lot of questions. And ultimately, well, you just come back to finding that purpose of why you are here, that it goes above and beyond your soul's choice of having this intense experience, and then thinking about all of the superpowers that you gain. And then once again, you recognize the fact that this experience of being brought to ashes and then having to rebuild yourself freaking forges you in steel, and like you all you have is your faith, and it just renews your faith and your connection to source. And will you just start listening to your soul even closer, because that's what you got. You're like, okay, if I'm here for this journey, I surrender, source. Show me what it is that I'm here for, because it can't just be this. There's got to be a reason that's bigger. And I know that I all of the all of the things that in my life that took me down to nothing, when I look at them, they're the most transformative and the most necessary things to happen, that have made me who I am and have allowed me to grow. And yeah, so I know that there is light on the other side of this darkness. I know it because I've experienced it. It's just been true. And so, I return to this connection to source energy that I've always had. And I just have to surrender even more. Just surrender, and trust. And trust that it's all here for me, that it's everything. The good is here for me. And the quote unquote bad is also just here for me to teach me. And so then I get to listen closely to what my soul is telling me. And we all have that, right? Your soul is talking to you and guiding you all the time. And, when we think about free will and whether we have it or not, I think that we can choose whether to follow the path that our soul is aching for us to follow, or we ignore it. We can actually stay the caterpillar and never become the butterfly. And we can just sort of hang out in that cocoon and just like dissolve into nothingness and just never pull ourselves back together and out. But it's much more interesting for me to figure out how to pull myself back together and find a way out and find a way to even better, to become the butterfly. And so what I recognize right now is that my soul is telling me it will not stop trying to create the world it wants to experience. My soul has this idea of what this world can be, and it is naive, and it is innocent, and it is just hopeful. And it's the part of me that sees that unconditionally loves people and loves this experience. And so that is my soul, and my soul sees a world that is love and play and wonder and nature and as many people as possible lifted out of survival mode and just playing and experiencing this world as a playground and working together and feeling fulfilled and because it's more fun with more people, it's more interesting. And when I look around, when I when I experience the thought that I'm already existing in a world that where the Renaissance is happening, and then it just keeps showing up for me. All of the new science, all of the new math, all of the new philosophy and spiritual understanding and awakening and psychedelics and medicine and mushrooms that freaking eat hard plastic. I just see all of it. It's all here. It's already all here. And so that just feeds this irrational exuberance that my soul seems to insist on embodying about where we're headed and what is possible. And it's like I have tears right now because I understand I understand the naivete that is my soul in spite of everything. I don't understand it either. If you know anything about what it is that my soul has experienced in this lifetime, I have no business. And I also do. It just depends on your perspective because oh my gosh, I've been so blessed. And my soul is like, dude, you came here for this. This is why you came here. You asked for this big ride. So just freaking own it. Just do it. And so I surrender. I've had so many plot twists this year. Things that I could never have imagined. Relationships I thought were ride or die, gone. Relationships that I thought were dead, rushing back in a way that I could never have predicted. And I just have to put it into Source's hand and just understand that my purpose is to be of service. That's it. It's to enjoy this ride and to reflect that out, to share my exuberance and my curiosity and my love of life with as many people as I can, because shit's contagious. And to be of service, I feel like this manic pixie dream girl energy has got a purpose. There's a reason, and it's not just to point at her and say, look at how naive she is. We know that one. So, falling in love with life, having the reason to be here, be that, I received a gift from Source. We get to share our gifts, right? And one of the gifts that I received from Source was the experience of unconditional love. I got to experience what it's like to love Amy from the perspective of Source energy, and that profound and deep spiritual experience has been a driving force in my life because I can and have been able to recall and experience again that emotion, that overwhelming unconditional love, and that's what saved me, nature, and my the love that source has given me, and the magic that nature gives me. Those things are real for me. I've struggled with what it is that my soul is asking me to do. I think that we all get to have our moment with imposter syndrome when we really listen to what our soul is asking us to do. We're here in this moment in history, in the universe, in the cosmos, and it feels big because it's big, and what our souls are asking us to do is big. And there are no villains. We're all just playing roles to help each other grow. And I can have compassion for the people in my life and the roles that they had to play with me to push me to this place. And yeah. And in the meantime, the most amazing thing happens when you truly let go of everything that doesn't serve you. It creates all of this space for new magic to come in. And new magic is coming in. It's coming in ways that I could never have predicted. And that's sort of what's really fun about it too. If we go back to this film that's being written of my life and I'm the main character, I do not know how this ends. I mean, I know that we win. I know that I win, which is like crazy to say, but I do. And I just don't exactly know how it's all gonna unfold, and I'm actually really okay with it. I am so done micromanaging the universe. I am here to just, stay in a space of curiosity at how this could possibly how magical can it possibly get? How wild. It's anything is possible. I know this. And so I'm just moving into a space of delight about what is going to happen next. And I've joined this group called the Dharma Collective. And every day we get together early in the morning, first thing, and we make art together. And it's just been really lovely. And so here's a poem I wrote after a recent backpacking trip into the mountains of Colorado. Dirty fingernails, dry food, bug bites, a dreaded backsplash, a splinter in my toe, a spider on my pillow, an ant bite, 50 pounds uphill in the heat of the day. These are the things I love because they belong to an experience, the kind that feeds your soul, the kind that gives you the feeling of safety in a lightning storm, just enjoying the energy and the smell and the thrill of it all, beckoning it to come closer, 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 please. Come closer. It's that simple. I want you closer to me. I want the sunlight on my naked body first thing in the morning. I want your breeze to caress my exposed skin. Can I marvel at your beauty all day long? Craggy golden cliffs that shimmer next to blackened tree skeletons. I love how dramatic you are. And when you tease me with your sounds and your colors and your sunsets. Can we spend more time together? You're surprised? Bug bites, bad food, dirty fingernails. I'm sorry. I'm not sure why I complain so much. That's a terrible filter. You deserve better. I love you. I love your wildness. You are my favorite playmate. I love who I become when I surrender on a granite bed. I have the best thoughts when I'm with you. And that most delicious combination of wonder and awe, delight and play. We need to spend more time together. This is life. This is life. I don't know what that other thing is.